Hello all, this is most likely my 5th or 6th attempt at making a flyover of all my Minecraft creations in Creative. The first attempt was over 2 hours long and on completion took over an hour to condense and only to forcibly abort at the 90-minute mark due to an error in the audio file. I tried again with the intention of splitting it into 2 single-hour segments, but the same error occurred. This was followed by a half-hour attempt and a 15-minute attempt, all of which failed. Basically, make a long story short, I had to reconfigure a lot of settings and I'm now shooting for a series of 15 to 20-minute videos. So now with the brief backstory out of the way, let's play Minecraft Creative. I'm starting way out at the edge of my civilization because I have a habit of building things horribly close to one another. Even though this is a super flat world, I can still get lost, and the compass and map down in options 8 and 9 are pretty required actually. So, to begin, first off we have a cobblestone generator. This was basically during my early days of understanding how redstone worked, so that's why you see this bad on and off toggler here. Basically, but regardless, it works out well, and it will continuously churn out an endless supply of cobblestone. So I'll start it up for you and run around to the side so you can see how it works. And there we go, it's at max right now. So if we jump up, as you can see, the lava flows down, flows into the water, makes a block, and pushes up some more. To the side here I have another little pair of note blocks. Basically they're supposed to be making a tic-tac noise like a clock, but it sounds more like a heartbeat, and I'll get to the reason and why I made that later. Over here you can see the little precursor to that one before I was able to ease it down some. Here we have the mini moat and water slide. Lowering the moat, I'll get up here and activate it. So here's the moat, the sand blocks come up, and lowering the moat normally creates enough of a suction to pull the boat into the main flow stream, and it actually builds up enough acceleration to glitch through the bedrock and into the void. So I won't be trying that out right away. Over here we have a revised idea of mine for the walkways for my Minecraft Metropolis. As you'll see later, the current walkways are very glowstone intensive, and as I'm using an older version, glowstone is still a pretty finite resource. Down below here you can see clay blocks underneath. It's getting dark. No. You can see clay blocks underneath here as a sort of coloration, but I didn't like the coloration of plain clay. But I hear that in the newer games you can color clay, so I'm gonna have some fun with that when I finally do get around to upgrading, and that way I can have color-coded streets to signify different districts and having some fun with that. To the side here we have some sheep going around on this little track. It reversed itself. It was basically just to see how long a minecart train could be and what the maximum cart speed was, even if it was fully boosted by redstones. You have a couple of sheep testing it out for me. Okay, so here's the end of the walkway. So here's the end of the walkway. It's just a 4x4 that you can go off in any direction. Over in the distance there you can see a park. That's actually the precursor to one that I'll make later. We'll get around to that probably at the end of the tour. Now, first up, here we have one of my biggest Minecraft attempts to date, the cathedral. I'll do a quick fly around and I'll give you a bit of background on this behemoth. This huge titanic construct is one of the structures that I built from an already established design. That is, I took a picture of something that somebody else made and basically replicated it. I'm pretty good at doing so, but I need two things to make a good replica. One, a good resolution, and two, a good angle. For one, while the angle is good, I'm getting into place to show you where it was now. Let's zoom up some. Up a little bit more. There we go. This is about the angle that I saw the picture from. However, the resolution wasn't all that good. So, and to make it a bit more complicated, they were using a texture mod that made it hard to recognize some things. Like, I think they had different colors of windows, like different glass. So the window was different colors, so I wasn't sure if I was seeing inside the building, seeing stuff in front of the building, seeing the building's shell itself, etc. So yeah, it was a bit hard to make. So right now I'm at a bit of an impasse in where I'm going to go from here. However, I have found some other cathedral designs that I'm going to try and replicate as well, and then see if I can push them all together to make one big thing. So here's the grand tour. These are the grand bell towers. Basically, these huge guys replace the smaller bell towers that I made before. They are not as ornate as the regular ones, but as they're so big, they have a lot more space and they have more room for me to do stuff with. And as you can see from their size, they are very, very imposing. The roof is sort of done. I like the fact that most churches make this cross shape from the sky. Like I said, I had some trouble getting all the details because of the resolution. And down to the sides, we have these windows, which I am happy with. It's not perfect, but I like how it came out. So there you have the cathedral. The side windows aren't done, and the end isn't done because I'm gonna wait until I get the rest of the cathedrals fixed up. But until then, that's it for the cathedral, and so we move on to the church.